Death and Taxes on the left, that would be Henry, I believe, making their 90s MTG debut. And then on the right, we have Herman with Jeskai. Turn 1, Tamio.
Let me grind it out for like a couple weeks.
Prismatic Vista.
Finally, last match. Finally gonna get there. Let me play. Get there. I'm feeling nothing.
So Prismatic Vista cracked on turn 1 here for Henry, who's been playing Taxes recently and doing pretty well with it. Basic Swamp. I don't know if the player sat down knowing what the others were, what the other was playing. It sounds like a Thoughtseize been announced. Herman doesn't even need to see it. Reveals the hand very nicely. 2 Flame of Honor, Thundertrap Trainer, Ponder, and a Scalding Tarn revealed. So it's pretty clear what Herman is up to, the Jeskai Wizards control deck.
Actually,
Yes.
no, I didn't roll. I mean, yeah.
The dog with a great question, is Jeskai back? You know, Jeskai is back, but it's not viable. I'm hearing.
I still take the trainer.
We had a good
Minutes ago.
Is control viable, chat? Can someone check? All right, there's the brainstorm. Darth saying depends if lands is control. We still are okay. We're still not sure if lands is control or if it's prison or if it's both. We just don't know. We got to figure it out. Here's Tamio flipped over. Whoa.
And pass the turn.
Herman got so excited he spilled the dice all over. So Herman has a clue, a Tamio Planeswalker. Henry plays a Plains and passes the turn.
I'll play a Plains as well. I will also plus Tamio and pass.
Tamio up to 6. That damn ultimate, right, everybody? Bowmaster. Uh-oh.
Let's see. You know what?
Unfortunately for Herman, the only way to beat a Bowmaster is with your own Bowmaster, right, everybody?
Correspond.
You should see what these people write on Reddit. So for anyone that hasn't really thought this through, the Orcish Bowmaster ability is pretty good against the Tamio Ultimate. Kind of shuts it off.
I didn't want to say anything, but bro, you're local.
Jerry says it's a proven fact. Yeah, exactly.
I'll draw the cards.
You're talking about like this.
Sure.
All right, Flame of Honor in response to Bowmaster to draw 2 cards. Might as well get that out of the way. Ooh, found the Force. Force pitching Ponder, stopping the Bowmaster.
The thing is, you're in blue, so you can.
So Tamio remains at 6 loyalty. Henry plays a Wasteland, nothing to do with it yet. Both players with a couple of basic lands in play. Passing the turn. Henry maybe still with some instant speed plays available.
Plus Tamio.
Tamio gets up to 8 loyalty. The ultimate is -7. End step Felia, okay. It's possible that Herman can deal with a Felia.
Snap Caster Mage.
Yes.
Target brainstorm.
Snapcaster Brainstorm, Iskra Benaventura, thank you for a tier 3 sub for 3 months. 7 months as a sub. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Joining the leadership of the 90s MTG community with a tier 3 sub. Thank you so much.
Fellier's fine.
It's a goal.
All right, Felia has resolved. Let's see what Henry can do with this thing. It can attack Tamio, which is a start. Tamio currently at 8 loyalty. The ultimate is -7.
Correct.
Arid Mesa cracked here. Thank you again, Iskra.
Don't forget to cross these out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lord getting a little bit ahead of us here. If Felia blinks the Tameo, it will go back to the front side.
Attack with Felia, target Tammy with the trigger.
Yeah, Henry's in good shape. Blinks the Tameo. Nicely done by Henry.
I'll block.
Snapcaster's going to block, though. Felia might be on its way out.
Sure.
Containment Priest would be funny. All right, Tameo comes back. Tameo will have to start over. The dog dies in combat.
Combat.
I probably should have pointed out the Felia play. Maybe I overthink things. I try to kind of let people figure stuff out without me explaining everything.
Hold on, does it get...
I think that makes it more fun, Chad.
I'll try and work.
But this time, maybe I should have pointed out. All right, here's Bowmaster. Another Bowmaster. Not bad. Henry's had some good solutions to problems in this match so far. Herman's the one presenting the threats, it seems.
Yeah, actually, I do remember that. I think we were sitting over there. I played against Dave. I didn't play against
Okay, hard casting Force of Will, countering the Bowmaster. So 2 Bowmasters have been stopped. Thoughtseize reveals the Flame of Honor, which we knew about, and the prismatic vista. Can't talk today.
Skyclave Apparition. Target Tammy.
Skyclave Apparition. This card is a favorite of mine. From cards from recent years. I know it's a couple of years old now, but I really like Skyclave Apparition. Great addition to Legacy. Another great addition to Legacy that probably doesn't make the list of everyone's favorite 100 Legacy cards is Astrologian's Planisphere from Final Fantasy. It is really the only card, I think, from Final Fantasy that has seen much Legacy play. Is there any other card from Final Fantasy, actually, that sees, like, some Legacy play? There might not be. This might be the only one. Unless I'm forgetting something. Oh, there's also Cecil, right? Cecil. And, Yuna? Meh.
I honestly thought it was going to be the second cradle. I didn't expect it to be the mix. I thought it would be the second cradle, and I was like, I'm going to get this first.
I think Cecil might be kind of on the level with Planisphere. Wow. Great plays here from Henry. Lauren of the Third Path blows up the Planisphere. Herman still has that Pulsoma Sun counter on a hero token. Yeah, the Final Fantasy cards might be more modern power level. A few of them are seeing some modern play that I've seen. Anyway, the Planisphere, really cool. This time, though, it got blown up by Lauren of the Third Path. Another card from you know, the recent years that I really like for Legacy. Ooh, Corey Steelcutter. Another card I really like. Equipping it to the hero.
3.
Yeah.
No blocks.
That's an attack for 3, no blocks. Darn says Edge of Eternity certainly seems more powerful for Legacy than Final Fantasy. I think I agree with that so far.
Cast a recruiter. Stoneforge Mystic.
Okay.
Okay, Recruiter of the Guard looks for and finds a Stoneforge Mystic. Henry might be preparing to get the offense up and running finally. Stoneforge could do some crazy things. Skyclave will attack. Lauren will stay back on defense. Two cards in hand for Henry. One is unknown. Whoa, a lot of mana. Ah, okay. Thundertrap Trainer with Offspring. Does Herman have the token?
Alright,
That appears to be the token, chat. Round of applause.
I'll get the Planisphere, and then the original.
Found another Astrologian's Planisphere. And a Corey Steel Cutter. You know, not enough of you respect the game as Herman does.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I hear way too much at the locals. Oh, I was looking for the token, but they didn't have it. You know what? Get your life together.
And Felia.
Ooh, there's Felia. That's going to be pretty good. Hobbs with a question for me was just looking at your 4-color loam list. I have my list posted in our Discord server. How are you finding it playing so many 1 and 2 ofs? Honestly, it's been working great. My win rate with the deck is approximately 70% is my best estimation. It's been doing well. I'm enjoying it. And, yeah, loaming and zenithing until I win. It's a bit of a wacky build, but it's working.
Stuff the top.
Swords on Felia. Felia's gone. Ryan says I don't keep the tokens from the packs. You know what, Ryan? You do you.
Yes.
You know what? Hobbs asking about salty opponents from me playing Deadpool. I think so far the responses to my Deadpools have been very positive. People kind of enjoying the kind of unusual gameplay. And people have expressed to me that they were impressed with the card. Didn't really wasn't really on their radar, but yeah. They were impressed.
And 23 and wish for Yuri.
All right, Yurion in hand. Excuse me, along with pre-war formal wear on Henry's side.
Go to the minimum table, which is 160. And then you can place
Corey Steelcutter number 2. Planisphere number 2.
lose one of them, then you get 2 on the other one. So it's better odds.
and then
Higher odds on better luck. It's 1.
Do people enjoy Deadpool more or less than dinosaurs on a spaceship with Soothsayer? I think overall people really like the dinosaurs on a spaceship a lot more.
Yeah.
I think a box spread is like
This is
this
6.
is gonna
That's 6.
Okay.
equal bet, and it lands in that range. The pin box is huge because you usually win, and then
Put.
then you just go up one increment from what you did before. So like 10, you lose. 20, you lose. 30, and you
Put the Lauren in front of one of the 2s and let 4 through.
You want to put it in front of the one that doesn't have trample? These 2 have trample.
Oh, that makes sense to do. Yeah. Okay.
Sure. Take 4. And we'll
All right, 4 damage gets in. Henry drops to 5. The cutters are starting to break through a little bit here. Unfortunately, Lauren of the third path died in combat. Would have been pretty good with Urion blinking them, but also can get it back with the pre-war formal wear. We're going to see how this plays out.
I'm gonna go surveilling.
Henry's going to surveil now. Lauren of the third path could potentially blow up one of these equipments. There's a planisphere in play, equipped to a monk. The other token on Herman's side is a offspring of Thundertrap Trainer. Yeah, potentially this next turn, if Henry finds a land, will be really... Ooh, what was that milled? I didn't get to see that. Maybe a Lion Sash? Arid Mesa gets correct. Found the land. Yeah, Twitch chat agrees it was a Lion Sash. That's not likely to be super important here. Henry knows he needed the land. Finds the land. Let's see, how much mana do we have? Oh, wait, we don't have enough mana for... Oh, okay, so Stoneforge puts Pre-War and Formal Wear into play, then Urion blinks everybody. Yeah, this could be a really big turn for Henry.
Put in firmware.
Yep.
Get back Lauren.
I thought I miscounted for a moment there. All right, Lauren's coming in. Gonna blow up a cutter, which makes sense. Now Urion. Uh-oh.
I will attempt to cast Urion.
Okay.
These are the kind of turns that'll convert people into Death and Taxes players right here. Not sure what that token's... Oh, that's the illusion. All right, so giving Herman a face-down blue sleeve as an illusion token. Now everybody comes back.
Lauren come in targeting the other.
Days would have been crazy, yeah.
Skyclave targeting the planisphere.
All right, Skyclave took out the planisphere. Lauren blew up a cutter. Pre-war Formalware will bring back a Bowmaster. Ouch! Recruiter's going to trigger here. Stoneforge is going to trigger here. Herman's just doing them one by one.
Did you look at the top?
Do you mind if I shortcut doing the recruiter and the Stoneforge?
Not taint your...
Looks like maybe Phantom Blade could be found here. Okay, Cauldron complete. That makes sense. Herman is in major trouble.
Burn there. Cauldron Solitude.
All right, finding a Solitude with Recruiter. Then passing the turn. That is the game. Game 1 goes to Henry. Wow. Yeah, that finding that land on top of the deck. I mean, even without the land, it was likely that Henry was going to win that game with the Urion play, but being able to pre-war Firmware and Urion was just way too much. So turn 1 Tameo for Herman. Caracas will bounce it immediately. So let me ask what you think, Chet. On that turn 1, you're Henry. Your opponent plays Tamio. Do you bounce it immediately with Caracas, or do you wait for them to try to do something with the Tamio, then bounce it? What do you think?
It's a whiff, but I'd rather not throw 4 lands.
Right, get those out of the way.
Go ahead.
Looks like Thundertrap Trainer missed there. Darth says bounce immediately.
Prismatic Vista. Rack Prismatic Vista.
Mike agrees before Brainstorm is available. Makes sense.
There's 2 things.
Darth says if they want to play it next turn and Brainstorm, it means they didn't get any clues. There's a Vial on turn 2 for Henry. It's Numba. Thank you for the sub with Prime. 4 months. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
There's a Core Steel Cutter. Tamio, trigger the cutter. Great start still for Herman.
And pass it.
In step, I'll drew bounce Tamio. Sure. Planes.
Side Norna, thank you for the sub with Prime. 40 months, and wondering is 40 months a lot? You know what? It is a lot. Thanks for sticking with us, Side Norna. Side Norna has been with us since the early days of 90s MTG.
That's Tamio.
Yeah.
Its number says the modern cutter list and the legacy list must be pretty similar apart from the mana base. I honestly don't know what the modern list looks like, but that makes sense. I mean, obviously you don't have Brainstorm, Force of Will, stuff like that, but... All right, here's Felia. It has protection with Caracas. Viola's on 1 right now. We saw Felia kind of save the day in Game 1, stopping the Tamio Ultimate. That was huge in Game 1. Lord with a great question. With EW around the corner, have people been bringing more spice to the locals? You know, there's a lot of talk about, like, EW being around the corner. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm out of my mind. It feels really far away. But people have been bringing spice to the locals. People are trying to figure out this meta, and I think the online legacy community has already decided the metagame is solved and it's going to be reanimator mirrors and all that. But I think there are some people making some breakthroughs. I'll just say that. Here's Overlord of the Belmark.
Flame of Anor. No, just choosing move. I'll choose to draw 2 and deal 5.
Okay, draw 2, trying to kill Felia. Caracas might get used here to save it. Cyanorna says, have you seen Phil and Zach's new format idea? I have not. What's the format idea? 5 words or less.
Bowmaster? Shoot Tamio?
Draw 2 cards?
Yeah. Point the other 2 triggers at Tamio as well.
Okay, a Bowmaster here off Vial leads to the death of Tamio. Good plays here from Henry, not Herman. And now Overlord of the Belmark's trigger will find a Skyclave Apparition, which could get vialed in next turn, potentially. Big play, says Jerry. Cyanorna says Legacy, but all cards have to go through Standard. Yeah, you know what? We've talked about that kind of format on stream a few times. I just find it so uninteresting. And I'm bored already. You're not going to allow Baleful Strix? I'm out. All these, like, Heritage and all these other format idea. I'm bored. I'm completely uninterested.
Yeah.
I'm gonna source the Army token.
You're gonna ban Flame of Honor in your format? Like what? What?
Yeah, but I realized it's cold. I couldn't play it that turn. Pop it next turn. That's why I was like,
Ooh, humility, chat. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Prowess will trigger. Monk will trigger. And go to combat.
Yeah.
This humility is going to be hard to beat. What could Henry have in the deck to beat humility? Is there anything? Witch Enchanter can't do it. Skyclave Apparition can't do it.
4.
yep, I'm at 1.
1, 2. So 1, 2.
Wrath of the Skies is in the graveyard right now, but yeah, potentially that could have done it.
I'm sorry, the 2 is...
Power triggers. Power triggers resolve first, so then the layers have happened, right?
Okay. So that's happened, and then it's a 1/1, but that still applies.
Still
Actually,
gets
it.
It no longer has prowess.
Yes.
But it still
but
remember-
it still has the... Yeah.
Still remember that got plus bonus.
I don't even have endurance. Versus shut off. I can't.
I'll take 6.
Sure. Go.
Yeah,
All right, Henry takes 6. The prowess triggers from earlier than humility being on the battlefield still stuck around. Got a few extra points of damage in. It's not looking good for Henry here. Okay, Felia getting put into play with the Vial trigger on the stack. Felia has no abilities.
I'm trying to think if I have like a real out to humility in my deck right now. I might be wasting time here.
Do you have actual disenchant?
Force the reclaim.
Yeah, it would need to be...
3 there instead of.
And I don't have...
Yeah, it's still endurance.
Yeah, we can go to game 3.
I agree. Let's go to game 3.
I guess...
I've played against Herman a few times and other players as well on control decks like this with Maverick and other decks I was playing, and humility is just game over. I mean, I would rather they Supreme Verdict me than humility. Yeah, humility is just gross. It's not clear to me they tested humility for 1v1, but it did go through standard, so it's exactly the kind of gameplay I'm looking for, you know? Here's a fetch with Aaron Mesa. Azak says if you evoke a pitch elemental with humility in play, you have to sack it. You do not, because the ability, when it enters, if it was evoked, it gets sacrificed, doesn't happen. Or whatever it says. Here's a Thoughtseize. Tameo, Ponder, Cutter, Flame of Honor, and Force of Will. The Cutter will be taken. Plateau and Scalding Tarn are in hand as well. Lord says his humility on the watch list. You know what? It might have to be. J25 says boomers knew it as Type 2 back then. Yeah, I played Type 2 before it was standard, so I know everything. AKA Wraith pointing out, Chris, you have a very level-headed outlook on Magic for a Magic player, if that makes sense. You know what? Thank you. I'll accept that. I'll accept the compliment. Thank you.
Stop Forge Mystic.
Oh, force pitch force.
Force pitching force on Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic can do some crazy things. Makes sense to force that card without a removal spell available. Rishadan says, if you humility in response to the elemental evoke trigger, do you still have to sack it? I'm not really sure how you'd humility in response. Yeah, I don't know. But let's say dress down in response to the elemental evoke trigger, it would still have to be sacrificed because that ability is on the stack. If I'm understanding your question correctly. Here's Tamiyo plus Brainstorm. Combo. Yeah, Ryan predicting humility will be banned in November. Exactly. Exactly.
Air Mesa, say go.
So Tamiyo currently at 4 loyalty. It is a Planeswalker. We know for a fact Henry has tools to beat this thing. Will Henry find them and use them? Let's see how this goes. Shadowy Backstreet. Surveil. I played Humility a long while back in a standstill control deck that I played in Legacy for a while. This is so long ago. But Humility does lead to some interesting judge situations. Inevitably, you run into like a situation that like not even the judge has seen before, and everybody has to like Google how stuff works. Humility is such a weird card.
Say go.
It's like even weirder than Dress Down because it sets the power and toughness of the creature as well. And it doesn't go away, and it just is a strange card.
Yeah, you got it.
I'll give you an example. Someone uses a sneak attack to put a creature in play with Humility on the board. Sometimes it gets confusing. Emperor of Bones puts a finality counter on. You get the idea. Things get weird. So Flooded Strain gets emptied to the yard. I'll stop talking about Humility. Tamiyo at 3 loyalty. Brainstorm in hand for Herman. Caracas is the play. Nothing further from Henry. Does Henry have instant speed plays? I see a Solitude in hand. Solitude cannot remove a Planeswalker, but could potentially attack for 2 here. Brainstorm in response to Solitude.
Solitude resolve, and then before you untap, I'll just fetch.
Sign Owner says, Humility plus Opalescence is whatever judges dream of. Yeah, that's the kind of gameplay we're looking for.
Go ahead.
Well, Solitude didn't make it. Tamiyo at 5. It was a Flame of Honor there. Here's a Ponder. No sign of Bowmaster. If you're rooting for Henry here, we need some way to stop Tamiyo. Tamiyo moves up to 7 loyalty. Herman puts a 5 and a 2 on it. Very interesting. Here's another Tamiyo. Okay, another Solitude. That's not the worst. I think Henry's last card in hand is College of Complete, which we're 2 mana away from. We might not have enough time.
Sacrifice.
Tamiyo's at 7 loyalty. There's another Tamiyo available to block as of right now, but Solitude will probably get rid of it. Yeah, potentially if Herman is out of ammo, a Bowmaster in response to the ultimate could be game winning.
She'll flip, but then I'll just keep this one.
All right, so Tamiyo dies because it flips into a Planeswalker, legendary rule. Flame of Honor, remove the Solitude. Tamiyo's at 7 loyalty. Needs to... Ooh, Recruiter. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That was a good draw. We're going to find the Bowmaster. Imagine Henry could found something else. Like, you obviously have to get Bowmaster, but just searches for, like, I don't know. Something else.
No.
That would have been kind of funny. Sometimes, like, a major punt is funny, Chad.
Alright, well, I'm going to ultimate.
All right, looks like Herman has the swords. Going to ultimate, showing the swords. Bowmaster will be defeated. Henry will be defeated. Jeskai wins. Jeskai is viable. And that's really it. That's really it.